slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No I'm not giving up, no I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
To build a power generation company, if I'm going to support one, it takes time to rebuild infrastructure for transmission and this. But I said, by the time I leave, I guarantee that we'll be generating, transmitting and distributing not less than 10,000. So that when you come, people will see it. I said, I'm going to cut costs. People will see it. That's how a leader does. So a leader's statement is an agreement.
With the people.
With the people.
Now, let's talk about the people of the Southeast who for a very long time have been clamoring for Igbo, for the presidency. And in fact, for some people feel they've been marginalized and set aside in the politics of Nigeria. And you're one of the strongest voices from the Southeast. If by divine providence and the will of the Nigerian people, you do get the opportunity to get into that office, would it not be unfair for the Southeast people to say, you now want to spend only 4 years in that office?
Let me tell you, the actual marginalized people in Nigeria is Nigerian youth, who the country have not given opportunity to live. All Nigerians want is to create an environment, an atmosphere where people's hard work and talent will match up their opportunity. I don't care with them. If the person who is there doing the right thing, doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be. So 4 years, 8 years does not make a difference. We've seen governance in 8 years, 4 years. In 3 years, look at where we are. We're able to double our poverty level for 87, almost 187. For the 1 month, where they said that the funds have not impacted on the people. It was 87 when this government started, then it's going to be 180 something. So where is the impact? Whether it said 10 years or 15, what is important is what are the deliverables? People are voting for their life to be better. And that their life being better might not be achieved in 4 years, but they could see the hope. What drives things and people lost in their nation is hope. Like someone who went to church and they said, if you do the right things and you die, you go to heaven. None of us have seen someone who went to heaven. But that hope, we go to heaven, is what is driving our faith to do the right thing. And that's what we need. That's what government offers us by saying, yes, we're going to this place. We're going to build this house with the foundation. And when we see the foundation coming up, you know, don't you see how those who do property business sell their house? They just design something, put it in one place, and they're doing the foundation, and they're marketing it. Then people buy that property. They are not in completion, but because there's a hope that this is going to come up, they start buying. That's what Peter Obi wants to create. It's hope. Try it. So it has nothing to do with these people will feel, oh, they are not. When you stay for 20 years, like don't he said, you rather you show one day and see the
That Nigeria where the voices of the youth will be heard and people will have a sense of belonging. What are the structures you intend to put in place to ensure that that is achieved, at least in the first 100 days or 1,000
It won't be 100 days. Nobody forget about all those 100 days and everything. It's for you to plan something that is enduring by supporting the youth to be entrepreneurial, starting their own businesses all over the world. The world is driven by small businesses. Even in first world like America, its biggest employer on labor, and that's where the youth are. You will encourage them by ensuring that they acquire skills that the society needs, supporting them financially to have access to money to start their own business. Nobody can start business here today. We go to privately the way and start business at 35-40%. How can you? You just be working, the system is against you, tax man, this man. If you see the burden of existing here, it's not that there's no power, there's no this. So we're going to create an environment that can make them thrive, make them live and everything, do the right things.
Now, in 2023 elections, it had young Nigerians who were fully for Peter Obi. And they chanted this cause so much because they believed in it. But along the line, we believe that some actually don't really have that 100% confidence now. What have you learned from the previous elections moving to this new cycle that will help you rebuild that trust that they had in you before that?
That's what we're going to do, is to go back to them. You know, this is normal. It's normal. In any system, when people lose, some people give up. It's even for us who are Christians, even in the Bible, where they said some were planted they grew on a rock, some planted. And so people, it is not easy to stay the course. Even for me, people tell you, what is all this in your fighting? Why don't you just go and settle yourself, negotiate with these people, do this, and you tell them, what am I negotiating? What do I want out of life? It's difficult. Even for people who were cursing me when I was in Anambra State, why are you saving money? We have saved money. Why don't you just help yourself? This thing you're saving, and the people are doing it now. People come and say, what are you talking? You save money, and what happened? And so you save 150 million. If you had taken it, or maybe now we would have been rich. We would have been richer than the. What would I have done with it? Would I have been, would I grow taller? Or would I have been bigger? Anything? No. Yes, oh, can't you see? Nobody's celebrating you because of that. But that is not the issue. The issue is that I said, given the opportunity, I'll manage their resources prudently, very efficiently, and do savings, and I did it.
And the outcome of the general elections, if it do come out and it doesn't go in your favor, would you accept the outcome?
It will go in my favor, I'm sure.
Would the Nigerian people want to see, would you be on the ballot again if it doesn't?
Well, let's finish one, and we'll talk about the next one. We are in Nigeria, we're too speculative about them. Would you know whether I will be there then? So let's finish one. Let's focus on 2027.
Now, the APC, the ruling party, has dismissed some of the claims that you have made as to them manipulating the process and trying to stifle the opposition. And in fact, in a recent engagement, you talked about some attacks on your personal businesses and even made allusions to the fact that you could be in danger. I mean, yes. Can you speak more to some of those?
Well, I don't know why people ask that question. You're a journalist, you're here. 1 or 2 or 3 governors have said, don't come to our state. Have anybody told you don't come to the state? You, have anybody told you that?
Free to travel anywhere.
So if you're free to travel anywhere, me, I'm not free to travel anywhere. I was going to a state, the governor said don't come here, will not guarantee your safety. So what again do you want me to allude? It's like somebody said to me, oh, your car was wrongly parked at the airport. That's why it was clamped, blah, blah, blah. I said, let me ask you a question. Whenever I go to the airport, I go with only one vehicle. I've seen people with 20, 30 vehicles. So that only one is the one that has to be clamped, that I removed everything. Only one, no? But people who come with 20, nobody touched them. So you have to wait. What do I have to do? If my business, if my life is not being touched, I won't say it. It is. And it is wrong. We need to build a society. If I'm in power today, I will encourage opposition. I will support their life, I will support their businesses. Because this is a temporary thing that we're doing for His grace, for the good of the society. And I'm not going to hurt I'm not going to witch hunt anybody. I'm not going to go after anybody for political reasons. No.
All right.
Never. We will allow the system to work. The right things to be done.
All right. Before I let you go quickly, how confident are you in your party, the NDC, to make sure that you'll be delivered for the elections and come out in a very favorable outcome?
How do you mean delivered in this NDC?
How confident are you in NDC?
I'm already the candidate. I'm not competing with anybody within the NDC space. I'm the candidate. And that will not change because...
The Nigerian people see your strength as Peter Obi, or do you believe that your party is strong enough to also, add to your strengths as well as an individual?
If the Nigerian people believe in me, they will vote me. They don't need to vote. So the party is me they believe in. It's me that will be president. It's not the party that will be president. Yes, I respect the party. The party is supreme.
But it's true the party you're going to be representing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So you consider countries and nations that are changed by individuals. Do you know Lee Kuan Yew's party of Singapore? What people call Lee Kuan Yew every day, Lee Kuan Yew had a party. It's that person that leads, that changes the dynamics, changes everything. Peter Obi is offering himself to change Nigeria. And believe it, I'll deliver it.
In 4 years?
Not in 4 years. Remember what I said. I'm going to start driving that vehicle on the right road. It will be headed in the right direction.
All right. It's the morning edition. Very many thanks.
We do have a lot to unpack, but time.
Don't worry, I'm here.
We want to thank you so much for your time with us.
Thank you very much.
This is the morning edition, and of course, it's been a conversation with His Excellency Peter Obi.
Nigeria has been a primary focus for our organization. So we've been watching Nigeria since 2018 when we were founded. And I was in Nigeria in 2023 when our guest, Mr. Peter Obi, was running against the current president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu. He ran this campaign that was amazing to see, Frank, across Nigeria. The youth came out in this obedient campaign, and there were just an incredible enthusiasm for Mr. Peter Obi. He ran in a controversial election in that time, but he is now running again as a presidential candidate, and at this time for the National Democratic Congress. NDC party in Nigeria. Mr. Obi, it is so good to have you here. Of course, we've been watching with keen interest since last October when President Trump took aim on Nigeria. It's been a very controversial issue in Nigeria, many saying that it is insecurity in general. You are in the hot seat, Mr. Obi. Why would you run for president in Nigeria when all of this international attention is coming down the pipe? Do you really believe that you have the answers, the solutions for what's plaguing Nigeria?
Thank you, Didi. I believe so. I can tell you categorically. Nigeria today needs transformation. It needs to move from isolation to innovation. It's a country that needs all the support it can get. First is that today we need unity in Nigeria. We need to unite the country. Everybody needs to come and love each other. We need to, on top of that unity, is where we're going to secure the country. We have troubling insecurity in Nigeria, which, again, yes, people can say, oh, this person is being persecuted, or this group is being persecuted, but generally, we have a total insecurity problem, which needs to be dealt decisively. If we have a government that is committed in it, we need a government that will be people-oriented, a compassionate government that will care about the welfare of the people.
Well, that is the government's first obligation, is to provide for the security and protection of its citizens. But in Nigeria, we see that the Tinubu government, in policing especially, many of the attacks that are happening, the kidnappings that are taking place at schools across Nigeria and elsewhere, we see that the police are slow to respond. When you were governor in Anambra, you were known for hands-on policing and giving police the equipment that they needed. Now Nigeria is looking at bringing states, right now under the current situation, you have federal policing, and police are not connected to the communities that they serve necessarily. State policing has been called for and is being implemented by the Nigerian legislature. How do you see this helping with insecurity in Nigeria? And are you the person who can lead that change, that transformation?
I believe so. We need a hands-on president who has the capacity to deal with those issues. Today, I believe this security issue in Nigeria can be dealt with decisively. We have a system. We have a state. And the state must be in charge. And they must be seen to be in charge. And issue of state policing has to start from the community. When I was governor, what we did was to support the community, because the community knows those criminals within them. So we supported the community to deal with issues decisively by supporting the communities, giving them vehicles, paying directly their own vigilante outfit and everything. From there, the state was doing its own, and then make sure we work with all the federal agencies to be able to secure the state. And I believe that if the president is committed to doing that at national level, a lot can be achieved. There's no way non-state actors can be stronger than the state unless there's complicity.
And what do you think about that complicity?
Could I just ask a question?
Go ahead, Frank.
I think we're going to get to the same question. One of the concerns that we have, and I think that President Trump has had, has been evidence that the state that is to say the federal government, has been complicit in some of the insecurity in the country. Do you believe that's the case? And what can you do if elected as president to rectify that?
Well, for me, it's not whether I believe or not, but if you look at the actions of the federal government, it is not decisive enough. It doesn't show the attention that is required. Let me use the case of school kidnaps. One of the most recent being the one in Oyo State. This is about over 50 days. The president have not spoken to the governor, who is the chief executive at sub-national level. You can imagine what it is if in America today, no matter the differences, something happens in a state and the president is not talking to the governor. It shouldn't be. If I was president, I would have visited Oyo State several times, and we can't be talking about any other thing when our children are in the bushes.
Yeah, and these children are under 5 years old. These are very small children. They're 5 and under,
What
Frank.
makes
There's
us fathers
34 of them, and they saw their teacher be beheaded. And he hasn't talked to the governor?
Everything would have stopped if I was there. Everything. We can't be talking about re-election, talking about everything. I would have invited all the leaders of other parties, and all of us would have been in Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State, meeting with the governor, especially after beheading a teacher.
What can the United States do going forward to help Nigeria? How can U.S. engagement be a positive for Nigeria?
Well, in so many ways. They can support us in terms of security. They can do so in terms of governance, more especially in terms of election. We need to have free, fair, and credible election that will allow us to elect competent leadership with capacity, compassion, commitment, and character that are required in government. Because you need that. If we have government that have capacity today, it will be the other way around, because there's so many other things happening in Nigeria. It's not just insecurity. That is our problem. We have problem where you have huge number of people living in poverty, huge number of youth unemployment. So you need to have a government that is going to fight the corruption that exists today in the country, be able to use the resources of the country to invest in productivity that will unleash growth and be able to create jobs for these young people. You need to invest in education. You need to invest in health of the people. So there's other critical areas that if we have support of countries globally, we can start changing.
Mr. Obi, thank you for joining us and for this sort of enunciation of a very different vision for your country than what we have been witnessing there for now altogether too long. Security, who have been suffering egregiously.
For everybody, not just Christians, for everybody.
Not just Christians.
But I want everybody is looking for help.
But especially so. We're anxious to make sure that Nigeria prospers, and it has to be recognized. Its people have to be secure for that to happen. We wish you the best, sir, and hope you will come back to us with updates on your campaign. Didi, thank you for joining us as well and making this conversation possible. God bless you both.